We got to stop thinking of other women as competition.
Right.
We're not competition. We're here to put others in front of us. Like, I hope that the next generation, they do so much more than we did.
Yeah, the issue is like everybody's a silo, and like they don't want to let go of their piece. And I love AI that's coming in, and I'm like, oh my God, please learn my job. I'd love to get promoted or move on. I'd love to learn a new school. I would love to go on vacation and have people cover me.
I'm a licensed attorney, so I came into the industry and I just assumed I'd be accepted because of my education, right?
What'd you start out as?
I was the Associate House Counsel at Operating Engineers Local 3, the largest construction local in the nation. So I come in, good, it was a great feeling, it was an opportunity, but it was like I was the only one of my color, only one of my gender in a very male-oriented, it's heavy equipment. It's heavy equipment. It's crane operators, it's graders, it's wonderful. And like that, it can be a little intimidating to be young and female.
How old were you?
And brown. I mean, I was probably like, it was 18 years ago. So it was, I was 20? In my early 20s. And coming into this space where you're like, I have the credentials, I belong. And then you're like, oh, I need to figure out how to speak differently because I was taught through education that I write this way, I speak this way, and I needed to adapt and understand the culture that I was coming into. And then like, I fell in love with construction, right? Because you meet so many amazing people that have gone through so many trials and tribulations. And here I was getting to support people through disciplinary actions, through contract negotiations, trying to get the best wages and benefits for workers, which was my intentionality to come in. But when I came in, like, I got my degree, I'm licensed, I should be good to go. And then you're like, oh, I need to learn. And that's where you got to sit and listen and get to know people. So for me, that was that challenge that I didn't expect just because you're like, I got the creds. I can come in.
Well, one challenge that I did face when first starting out, and I'll leave to my later years, is coming into an executive role and feeling a little bit out of place. You know, you go in here and you have a set of expectations, and in construction, right, ladies, our expectations are blown out of the water right quick. So you start wearing a lot of different hats, you start dipping into different pools of responsibilities, and you really have to look to your sisters and support group to help you through it.
You can create so much positivity in someone's world when they feel like they're all alone. But like, just like with NAWIC, when we have this group, this collective, working for a common mission and goal, now you have power.
Where are you now? What's your role now?
So now I actually, I was recently laid off, and so I actually created a new organization, Illuminating Growth. Rachna here was one of my inspirations. She's like, do this, we'll get you some work. Rita was like, if you do these types of things, I can hire you for stuff. And it's like, the power of the room. The power of the room, the safety net of people in our community that were there to help you when you're at a low.
The power of the room, 100%. Yeah. My career has trajectoried since I joined NAWIC. My parents worked at Pizza Hut. I have no lineage. Most people have some kind of connection to construction. I started out as a temp receptionist at a manufacturing plant, and now I'm the senior estimator for a GC, and I've been a subject matter expert at Holder. I've worked at some really great companies, and I choose to stay on the small side. My whole life is subcontractors, but I don't have the blue blood that a lot of other people have. I didn't have the opportunities that other people have.
What I always find interesting is most women that I meet, they lucked into construction. They weren't bred into construction. Versus like when I was with the labor union, it's like you have 4th, 5th generation people. And here, this is our opportunity to open those floodgates and let the girls realize there's so much opportunity and generational wealth that can be created from this.
Precisely, you're breaking these generational cycles, and it's so cool. So we partner with the University of Houston, NAWIC, and it's just one of my favorite things to see this room, and they're so young, they're so cute, they think everything's gonna be perfect for them. And it's like, I love you so much, it's gonna be so hard, but we're gonna be here with you, and isn't that fantastic? Because you think about who you have now that you look up to. Did you have to find them, or did they find you?
Nope. I had to find them and tell them I want to meet them. I want to have lunch with you. I want to learn from you.
I had to chase down my mentor, and they were just like, "Can you stop calling me?" And I was like, "I won't, I won't." And their birthday was last week, and I called them, and they was like, "We don't work together anymore." But
it's a relationship.
Yeah. But isn't it so great for them to be able to see you?
Yeah.
And you get something out of it too. Like you said, we're building talent, we're building this next generation, and we get to move up and do what we'd like, and we have qualified people doing the jobs that we're not so stressed that no one else can do anymore.
Yeah.
It's so fantastic.
I think that, like, you know, even in this group, I will purposely go up to somebody and ask to have a relationship with them. Like, because nobody can read your mind. So I know you've had lots of different roles.
I've come in about 10 years. 10 years ago I landed in construction, and it's interesting because I was so young, and I was the only one who looked like me. I'm a daughter of immigrants. Everything I feel, I'm earning it not for myself, but for those that came before me in that sense. Now, it's funny because when I landed on site in my early 20s, I was like, oh, it's because I'm young. And so I worked my way up, and I gained the industry experience, and I got my leadership roles. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't young anymore, and they were still giving me pushback. I'm like, well, what is it?
Well, now
what? It's hard for
Dyeing our hair.
Not every corporation or company is like this, and there are supporters that are men. But I was struggling with that, and then I stepped into the WIC Week chair role, and all of a sudden, all of these general contractors, the men, they wanted to support us. They loved what we were doing. They wanted us to teach their companies and train. And one of my favorite things to do is when a company says, hey, will you come talk to the women in my office? I'm like, absolutely, I will, but bring your men too, because they need to hear it.
Absolutely. And you usually bring another person. I know that, you know, from super stalking you, but you are a big advocate for helping other people. You do a lot of introductions. You've helped a lot of other people get roles, and so you're one of the people that I call. And I mean, I just called you last week to talk about what was going on.
That was so great. We got to chit chat, and I was like, oh, and I get to see you soon.
You know, I do have personal aspiration, but I still believe when I wake up every day, it's the hardest I've ever worked in my life, but it's the happiest I've ever been. So honestly, if I can make it 10 years and our business does too, I feel like I would love to still be a part of my Bridgeline team, you know,
we'll
grow up together.
So let's go.
Exactly, you know, Bridgeline and McCowan, you know what I mean? And just, you know, there's this other nonprofit side to us as well that, you know, if we find great inspirational people that we can help, bring opportunity to, you know, educate. Honestly, ladies, I love teaching. You know, it's one of my favorite things. I built Bridgeline Academy and started teaching courses and building courses for my company.
You never said what percentage of your company is women.
Oh, gosh. There's... So my chief estimator is a woman. My financial manager is a woman. My chief coordinator is a woman. I am project executive, project development, and business development, and I run, I don't know, framing division, estimating, everything, you know what I mean? I mean, it's countless. It's probably over 30–40% of all the higher ups. I mean, what Cait was making mention to is the biggest thing for my company is we won a Project Excellence Award, and we had our first all-female team.
Amazing.
Which was really, really great. And honestly, being in a
get so much profit.
yes.
Hit deadlines, so what happens?
We don't talk about that. But this, you know, there were so many exceptional parts to that project, you know, on top of that being, you know, the all-female team. It was truly, truly an amazing thing because we had a female project manager, female super, like it was everybody. And then Gus here on the top stepping back and letting us all shine was just the most phenomenal experience. And when you walk into our office, there's the project board. Like, it's like in front of, and all the glass awards from NAWIC are sitting right in front of the front door. And he's so proud of all of us women all the time. And he even said, shake Cait's hand for me. You know, like all of it.
Coming for awards. Member of the year.
I know.
Hey.